265.
प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां
प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां
हानिरस्योपजायते
हानिरस्योपजायते
प्रसन्नचेतसो ह्याशु
प्रसन्नचेतसो ह्याशु
बुद्धिपर्यवतिष्ठते
बुद्धिपर्यवतिष्ठते
265.1. The meaning of the words of the shloka. Prasade, in serenity, sarvadukhanam, of all misery. Hanirasyopajayate, that is hani plus asya plus upajayate. Hanihi, eradication, asya, his, upajayate, is happening. Prasanna chetaso, that is prasanna chetasaha, of the serene-minded. Hyasu, that is he plus asu, he indeed. Asu, soon. Buddhi, intellect. Paryavadishtade, is firmly established. 265.2. The meaning of the shloka. In serenity happens the eradication of all his misery. Indeed, the intellect of the serene-minded is soon firmly established. 265.3 Bhashya.
प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानाम् आध्यात्मिकादीनां हानिः विनाशः अस्य यतेः उपजायते किंच प्रसन्नचेतसः स्वस्थान्तकरणस्य हि यस्माद् आशु शीघ्रं बुद्धिः पर्यवतिष्ठते आकाशम् इव परिसमन्ताद् अवतिष्ठते आत्मस्वरूपेण एव निश्चली भवति इत्यर्थः। एवं प्रसन्नचेतसः अवस्थितबुद्धेः कृतकृत्यता यतः तस्माद् रागद्वेषवियुक्तैः इन्द्रियैः शास्त्राविरुद्धेषु अवर्जनीयेषु युक्तः समाचरेद् इति वाक्यार्थः।
Translation. In the serenity, the eradication of all the misery happens for the yati, whether they are caused by himself or by others. A footnote on yati here. Yati means the one who has fully controlled his senses and other instruments. The Acharya uses this term to denote a sannyasi. The footnote ends. Moreover, the intellect of the serene-minded, whose mind is steady in the self, soon becomes firmly established. Indeed, it becomes all-pervading like space. That means it becomes unmoving in its very nature as the self. The meaning of the sentence is this: just like the serene-minded, sthita prajnaha, achieved his objective, one should deal with those sense objects which are indispensable and not going against the scriptures, using the senses devoid of attraction and repulsion. 265.4 Explanation. On the attainment of serenity, all sorrows end. As we have seen, there are three kinds of sorrows coming from oneself: adhyatmika, caused by other beings, adhibhaudika, and caused by God, adhidaivika. Whatever their nature, they no longer afflict the serene-minded. Here the serenity of mind is not the happiness felt by the sadhaka in the initial stages, but the steadfastness in the self. This follows from the previous sloka, where it was stated that serenity is attained by the person who moves about among the sense objects with the senses completely under his control and free from attachment or repulsion. Therefore, serenity here is the complete purity of mind, which in turn is the result of karma yoga or the path of action. 265.5. Once he becomes serene-minded, his antahkarana is steady and does not run after multifarious objects. His intellect shines. Here what is meant by intellect is wisdom. Veda supports this. Chandogya Upanishad says in 7.26.2, Sattva Suddhau Dhruva Smriti. In the purity of the antahkarana, self-knowledge certainly arises. This knowledge is like space, pervading everywhere. The ultimate and unmoving realization comes to him. He attains the state of permanency, rising above all changes. 265.6. For a person who attains this state, there is nothing to gain or lose. He is established in his own self. He is ever satisfied. He has fulfilled the purpose of his birth as a human. The advice to Arjuna is to drive away attraction and repulsion from his senses and bring them under complete control so that he can use them to experience the sense objects essential for living a life prescribed by the scriptures. 265.7 Bhashya.
Sa iyam prasannata stuyate.
Translation. The serenity spoken of is being praised.